Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
I'm Sam.
Today we're having a look at the Dubliner Bourbon Cask.
Alrighty, so we're going with an Irish today, which is not like usual for us. Just like in Australia, we don't really have particularly good reach, and not that this is like a, I don't know. It's a budgety Irish anyway. So if anything's going to make it our way in from Ireland, it's going to be budget, unfortunately. So, but no, it might be good. So I don't want to say unfortunately yet. We'll try it first. We haven't tried it yet.
Before we jump in, when I used to work in the bottle shop, this was one of the most requested requested Irish whiskies.
Yeah, like people came in saying, have you got it? I think it's very popular. How much was it? It's
45 bucks or something like that.
Yeah. So I forget the distillery name, the Dublin Liberty Distillery or something.
Like that, yeah.
It's a mixture of single malt and grain whiskey. It's 3 years old. There's not a whole lot. It's a budget Irish whiskey. Like you're going to be comparing to things like Jameson. What else? What was the one that we actually were quite partial to? Bushmills, I think it was. Or was it Tullamore? Yeah, so you're going to be comparing this to things like Jameson, Bushmills, Tullamore Dew, stuff like that. It's budgety, it's like $40-something. Yeah, I think I said like it's bourbon cask is like the main kind of like interesting thing that's not like if you're going to be
it's not
if you're going to be singling out things that make it a little bit more unique, the whole thing is bourbon barrels. But the problem is with that, like I know Ireland has unlimited resources in regards to like they can use any wood for their barrelings and they can still call it Irish whiskey, unlike bourbon and Scotland and stuff. But I feel like majority of places already use like bourbon casks. Like, is it that unique? Like, I know most Scotches use ex-bourbon casks or like new.
It's not unique. I think it's just like people enjoy that. So
I think it's a good buzzword. I just don't know if it is just a buzzword or if it's genuinely something that people like. I don't know if it's that unique. I feel
how
like
many are there of
the Dubliners?
4 or 5?
I don't know.
Of like the base
This is the first one we bought, I think. So.
This is the only one, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll just get into the notes because that's honestly when it's a whiskey like this, the notes the only thing you care about because it's budget and it's typical. There's nothing like fancy about it that's worth mentioning really. So if it tastes good, that's pretty much majority of why. I mean, it should be why anyone buys any whiskey, but when it's something like this, that is the whole part of it. It's already cheap, it's easy to find. Does it taste good or not?
There's a lot of the Irish notes without that metallic note. Then you're getting a lot of the
malt.
Like Jameson has that metallic note. I think Tullamore had it as well, from memory.
Yeah.
But that metallic note,
tinny note, like it was served in a tin can, is like how I describe it. It's got that creamy, malty sweetness though.
A lot of honey as well.
A lot of honey.
It's reminded me of like a Scotch kind of maltiness.
Like a honeyed sherry kind of Scotch. Less like kind of mildew, like wheat kind. Not wheat. I don't know how to describe it. Like a malt. There's less maltiness, like mildew, kind of like wet hay note. There's less of that than like a typical Speyside or something.
But there's a lot for an Irish. Like I'm trying to. Pogues is probably the other one that was a bit malty from memory.
There's no Irish whiskey that we've reviewed that I can draw back like solid, consistent like.
We haven't got that many.
We don't have that many.
It's like 10 or 11 that we have. It's
like a lolly sweetness. I'm getting those like lolly bananas.
Yeah, it's very candied.
Like runts. You know the runts? Yeah, I'm getting like that, the banana runts.
Now that you said that, I'm getting like the sherbety lifesaver kind of things as well.
Doubles down on the honey and banana. It tastes like a banana runt.
I'm glad that malt disappeared.
Yeah, me too.
If that malt was there, it would not be very nice for us. Very sweet. Very, very sweet.
Very sweet. It's got that creaminess, that biscuit kind of like shortbread.
Yeah. You can tell it's an Irish whiskey.
Yeah. It's so banana-y. For me, it's honey banana. Like, it's a lot.
It's only 40%.
Yeah. But at this price, I'm not like... Well, yeah, it's got that like cheap burn. I know, it's like that. You can tell I don't know how to describe it. It's like an ethanol-y burn that sometimes with more expensive whiskies, it's kind of more developed, and the burn is more like intense flavour rather than just like straight up petrol.
Yeah. Out of the very limited Irish whiskies we own, which are majority of budget like this,
Yeah, that's true.
I would say Pogues and Peaky Blinders would be the
I
closest.
forgot we even owned both of those, so
Yeah,
I can't
so
remember
did I.
anything.
Jameson's too ethanol-y for this.
It's
Tullamore Dew is along the same kind of lines, but it's better. I would say Tullamore Dew is a lot better than this. Same with Bushmills.
me too.
This has got a lot of this maltiness on the nose, which isn't too nice. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I'm glad it disappears on the palate.
but it's so banana-y and like for me, I'm getting a ton
Probably
of
the
bananas.
ex-bourbon cask, because that's what we used to get in.
That's
I
true.
forgot it was ex-bourbon until
Yeah.
just then.
I know, but like all of them are like white oak barrels or ex-bourbon barrels, which bourbon has to use new white oak barrels. So it's like, it's not like a unique kind of barreling. So getting honey, a bit of like wheatgrass, a bit of like hay, a little bit of earthiness, a lot of sweet banana. Again, that runt candy sweetness.
Are they an Australian thing?
I think they're an American thing. No, yeah, I think this is one of the few notes that we've given that is
That
like a
caters to
worldwide.
our-
Yeah, I think we get runts
Yeah.
from America, and it's mostly an American thing.
Good.
But yeah, it's hard candy that's shaped of different fruits and stuff. But this is the banana one for sure. A lot of honey, like a honey buttered toast.
I'm getting sherbet as
but
well,
with like
which ties into that candy.
Yeah, that kind of dry, dusty, kind
Yeah.
of like caster sugar sweetness.
It's not bad. I wouldn't go back to it though.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones where it's like, it's pretty often, like there's very few that I'm like, damn. With Irish,
Yeah.
there's very few that I'm like, crap, that's like, it's unique and it's really flavorful.
I'm much the same. Redbreast is the only one that...
Redbreast is like the Irish that's classic Irish, but just still really nice. And then the other ones that I enjoy are the ones that aren't classic Irish. It's like the what's it called, the Babylon or whatever.
Yeah, Teeling Babylon.
Is it Babylon?
Up top left,
The
yeah.
Brabazon, sorry.
Brabazon,
Yeah, the Teeling Brabazon. Yeah.
Then Aiken City.
Close enough. I don't know. It's really unique. It's a lot high proof.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that one because it's unique. But if we're gonna go with classic Irish flavors that we still really enjoy, Teeling often does it.
Yep.
They still deviate a little bit though. They got a lot of unique stuff. And Redbreast is another one that we
And
really
yellow and
enjoy.
green spot.
Green
That rum as
spots,
well.
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. I want to buy a bottle of the red. I think it's red.
I don't know.
There's yellow, green, red. I
I
think.
tell you what I want is the Redbreast cask strength. We've
I
never
do,
had
yes.
that, but it's like so hard to find here, and I think it's like $240 or something.
like that, yeah.
It's not cheap. As it is, it's $130, $140 just for the flat Redbreast 12, which we have done a review on, but that was quite a while ago. But yeah, as for this, look, price-wise, like you can't complain when it's
$40.
when it's $40. I think it's like 25, $30 in America and stuff like that.
It'd be less than that if it was 40 here.
I know, it depends. Irish we seem to get at a reasonably comparable price. But anyway, yeah. For the price, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're looking at just like a spectrum of rating based on flavor and not availability or price, it's not sitting particularly high. Just there are better things out there. But price-wise, which is relevant, you can't get rid of that.
That's in Australia.
It's pretty good.
Price-wise. Especially Australia. Because like, things around what, $40? Pogues, Peaky Blinder, Jameson.
And those.
If you go up to like 65, 70, you get Riders Tears, which
if
is
we're gonna
a lot
recommend
nicer.
like a budget whiskey, it's the Caskmate, Jameson Caskmate's the the stout. That one's like got a lot of developed. Yes.
Stout or IPA?
No, the IPA was weird.
Oh yeah, the stout one. Yeah, that was
The
nice
IPA
one,
was
yeah.
terrible, but the stout was good. But yeah, so let us know what your opinion is on the Dubliner if you've had it. If there's any other versions that they released that are much better than this. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode of Everything Whiskey, leave us a like. If you want to see future episodes from us, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do, see you next one.
Cheers.